Welcome to SuperDavedevYT. This is SuperDavedev. We're watching the Formula 1 Austrian Grand Prix. Not Australian, but Austrian. It's European area of the world. So yeah, don't get it confused with Australia. We're about to get started. I also want you to know that if you are in the comments and you want to make something, you want to say something on the stream, all you have to do is use the command. Use command. So exclamation TTS and you can speak on the stream. If you have any information, remember, make sure it is related to what this stream is about, related to the topic. The topic is Formula 1 and we are watching the Formula 1 Austrian 2024 Grand Prix. We're about to get started. Here we go, here we go, here we go. We're about to get started, and I am clicking on things I probably shouldn't be clicking on. So yeah, so here we go. So we're about to get started. We're waiting for the green light. They're all waiting at the grid. They're all waiting at the starting line. We're about to get started. But will we get slipstream? Will slipstream? Would DRS mean a win or a lose? We don't know how fast Verstappen is in the race. Let's find out. It's green lights. Let's go. Okay, so Verstappen, good start. Lando Norris, not so good start. Lando Norris is just fighting for his life. He's doing what he always does. He's slow at the start and at the middle of the Grand Prix. Then he's faster. Now, of course, okay, Russell is about to pass Lando Norris. Russell is about to pass Lando Norris. Didn't pass him, luckily for Lando Norris. There's something wrong with the way that Lando Norris races at the start. He doesn't push maximum at the start, and I think he needs to change that immediately. The fact that he's been doing this for a while and he hasn't learned his lesson, dude, I think Verstappen is gone. I think Verstappen is gone. And Piastri is off the track. Piastri is off the track. Is that Piastri or is it Lando Norris? So I believe it's Piastri that went off the track, but it was a McLaren, so we had to make sure. So I believe it's Piastri, yeah. Dude, I think Verstappen is gone. Verstappen is already in the lead and he is already pushing far beyond everybody. Now Ferrari goes into the pits. So Leclerc made contact, I mean. So Lando Norris is so slow that he still had to worry about Russell. Like he pushed past Russell at the start because Russell was about to pass him, and then DRS is enabled. Dude, if Lando Norris does not try and get as close... Okay, but I don't think he can because he's already over a second. I have less belief in Lando Norris doing what he needs to do because he always fumbles at the start. Lando Norris always fumbles the start. I don't know why. He's always at the start of the Grand Prix. He's slow. He doesn't use the KER system, the connecting energy recovery system. He doesn't use all the energy that he can use at the start to stay with Verstappen, to be with Verstappen no matter what. He just can't do that, dude. And the problem is, I don't think he wants to do it. That is my honest opinion. I don't think he wants to do it. Lando Norris is not in DRS range, so it's just a matter of time before Verstappen completely loses Norris. Because all it is coming down to is Verstappen is consistent. If Verstappen is... Okay, fastest lap for Lando Norris. Fastest lap for Lando Norris. So Lando Norris is the one with the fastest lap so far. However, his gap is too far for DRS anyways. Hamilton passing Russell as well. What is wrong with Russell, bro? Oh, DRS. Okay, I see. So DRS. So now Russell's gonna do the exact same thing to Hamilton. He passes Hamilton almost like Hamilton's standing still, dude. Hamilton passes Russell and then immediately gets passed as if he's standing still, as if he's saying, okay, sorry Russell, I didn't mean to pass you. That is so funny, bro. Such a funny thing there. So we have Verstappen still in the lead. Norris is already 2 seconds, but dude, Norris can't do anything. Dude, this is sad, man. This is so sad because yesterday's sprint race made us believe that there's potential. See, if there wasn't a sprint race, if there wasn't a sprint race, I think Verstappen, we would have had a more interesting race today. Because yesterday's sprint race was really interesting. Like the two McLarens fighting Verstappen. Now no one is fighting Verstappen. No one can get close to Verstappen, dude. This is so sad, man. So position check quickly. Verstappen first, Norris second, Russell's third, Hamilton fourth, Carlos Sainz fifth, Perez sixth, seventh is Piastri, 8th Hülkenberg, 9th Ocon, 10th Magnussen, 11th Gasly, Ricciardo is in 12th, Yuki Tsunoda 13th, 14th Alonso, 15th Albon, 16th Stroll, 17th Bottas, 18th Zhou Guanyu, 19th Leclerc. Leclerc is a Ferrari, went into the pits. I believe he's got damaged because of what happened with Piastri. Piastri went off the track, rejoined the track, and I think Piastri might have damaged Leclerc's front wing maybe. And then Logan Sargent is dead last in 20th position. Dude, Leclerc went into the pits and he's still ahead of Logan Sargent. What is happening with Logan Sargent, bro? Dude, we need to see Perez get up to that. You know, he needs to be top 4, bro. He needs to fight those Mercedes. If Perez can consistently finish top 4, then I would actually give him props. Then I would absolutely give respect to Perez because now he's going to be top 4. But he's not even top 4. He's still 6th place. He is 6th place, which is what he was. Which is better than what he normally gets. But remember, this race is not done. So if he ends 6th place, we will still be surprised. But 4th place is what he should minimum be aiming for. I'm telling you, that Red Bull should get 4th place. So what I wanted to say and what I will go back saying is that if you watched yesterday's sprint race, we were spoiled yesterday because the race... Okay, we're just watching the replay of the start. Dude, Norris... I don't know why Norris can't do everything in his power to stay with Verstappen. Because he's so worried about blocking everybody. He's so concerned about blocking everybody. Instead of just... I do understand why he's blocking everybody. He's blocking everybody because he don't want to lose position. He doesn't want to lose that position because if he loses that position, oh, Leclerc, oh, he damaged Piastri. So what happened to Leclerc and Piastri is Piastri's car was damaged by Leclerc at the start. So at the start of the Grand Prix is where, at the first right-hand corner, at the first corner is where Leclerc hit Piastri with his front wing. I think Piastri might have damaged actually. And that's probably why he went off the track at one point. Yeah, you can see his car is not handling very well. He pushed me off side by side. Oh, it's Perez. Perez pushed him off. So Perez pushed Piastri off. Perez pushed Piastri off, dude. Perez pushed Piastri off. Well, that could be a penalty, bro. I just realized... I just hope that Perez realizes every time he does these aggressive moves, like deliberately pushing someone off the track, you can get penalized. So you are fighting for position, buddy, but that position is not yours if you have to push someone off the track and get a penalty for it. So it seems Perez's position is not even actually his legitimate position because he had to push Piastri off the track. That's scary, man. So Hamilton was passed by Carlos Sainz and now Hamilton is trying to repass Carlos Sainz. This is odd, bro. This is interesting. So Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton are pushing each other. Now Piastri is attacking Perez. Piastri is getting revenge. Piastri is going for... And he took him on the outside. Piastri passed Perez on the outside. What corner was that? It's corner 6. He passed Perez on the outside of corner 6, which is like, I didn't even expect him to even get close to passing him at that corner. That's a very, very strange corner to pass. Very dangerous corner to pass. I think Piastri is very good at that corner. I saw him yesterday when Lando Norris and Piastri was attacking Verstappen in the sprint race. He was actually faster there than Verstappen as well. So I'm actually not surprised why that Red Bull of Verstappen. See, Perez pushed Piastri off and then got passed immediately by Piastri. Like, come on, bro. Come on, Perez. Come on. Are you racing or are you using your car as a you know, a push, a bumper car to push people off the track? Because it doesn't seem like he has pace, so he has to push people off the track. And that's sad, man. If Perez really believes that that's how he needs to go racing, is push people off the track instead of just passing them by pure pace, then it shows to me one thing very clearly, that Perez does not have the pace and he shouldn't be in that Red Bull. Perez, in my opinion, should not be in that Red Bull. That's my honest opinion. Piastri should now focus on Hamilton, should focus on Carlos Sainz, should focus on Russell. That is what Piastri needs to focus on. Piastri should be able to catch them. Piastri is already pulling away slowly but surely from Perez. Remember, Perez has DRS. He can't stay with Piastri. Perez has DRS and he still can't stay with Piastri that just passed him. I'm sorry, Perez should not be in Red Bull. Like, he isn't hungry, bro. He doesn't have the skill. He isn't hungry. Like, I do agree that he's done a lot. You know, he's done... What is that? Presented by Mercedes? Coverage presented exclusively by Mercedes. Why are they saying that? That is so odd. Okay, I'm just looking at this and I'm quite surprised. Look here, Perez. Okay, ultimately, what the problem is, it's very simple, very straightforward. Perez is not the guy. He should not be in Formula. He should not be in Red Bull Racing, because you can see the hunger to win is not there. It is just not there, bro. He is not in any capacity, in any position to do anything for anybody when it comes to actually driving to the maximum potential that he can achieve, which I believe he should be better than this, right? But he's not. Yeah, Piastri is not actually catching up to Hamilton, which is also interesting. Piastri is not catching up to Hamilton. Why is that? So they say the pit stops might start in about 10 laps or so. So around lap 20 is when pit stops might start. I'm quite surprised, man. Dude, Norris is 4 seconds behind Verstappen already. Yeah, okay, so if anybody is watching this thinking that, oh yeah, we have a nice, very competitive race, no. Unfortunately, we are back to what it used to be, which is Formula 1 is boring, bro. Yesterday we were spoiled. Today we fight. Look here, if yesterday's race didn't happen, I think we might have had a more interesting race today. I think you know, Verstappen is complaining about the sprint race. I think the sprint race saved him, dude. Saved him from absolutely destroying everybody in the race, having the best possible car setup. Because they clearly made some massive changes to that Red Bull of Verstappen to give himself a massive boost in performance. They did some type of setup to make Verstappen's car just that much better, dude. Because in the sprint race, he was not that fast. Even in qualifying, it seemed like he was still the same as everybody else. Even in qualifying, he was the same as everybody else. And then as soon as they finished the sprint race, and he barely, you know, won from the two McLaren drivers. And then as soon as they did qualifying, it seemed like they knew exactly what they needed. So that sprint race unfortunately spoiled everything. And now we are back to status quo, aka Red Bull absolutely destroying everybody in front, except for Perez. Perez is destroying his own career at this point. Perez is absolutely destroying his own career. 2 seconds behind Piastri. Piastri passed him not so long ago. Perez couldn't stay with him even in DRS range. Like, I don't even know what Perez is doing in Formula 1. I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry, but that Red Bull is not that bad. Like, it's not the best, but it's not like the Red Bull isn't perfect. But I think yesterday after the sprint race, the Red Bull knew how to improve Verstappen's car. And unfortunately for today, it's just another day. 5 seconds. Norris is now 5 seconds behind Verstappen. It's only 12 laps. It's only 12 laps, dude. 12 laps and Verstappen is already 5 seconds. I'm telling you now, if Norris catches up again after the pit stop, if Norris does the pit stop and then starts catching out to Verstappen, then I'm sorry, bro. Norris needs to stop with this nonsense. He needs to stop. Because I'm telling you now, Norris always does this. At the start, he doesn't use all of his all of his cards, so to speak. He doesn't use everything available to him to stay with Verstappen and pass Verstappen at the start. He doesn't. What he uses is to try and block people. So basically, if he doesn't qualify first, he just tries to block people at the start. He doesn't actually try and physically, push as hard as he can to stay with the guy that's in the lead, or at least get past the guy that's in the lead. At the start, specifically, you will notice it at every start when Norris is either qualified first or he's very close to the first guy. You will notice that Norris is unable to push his car to the maximum at the green light start. He cannot do that. For some reason, he doesn't allow himself to do that. I want to know what's going to happen if Russell and Mercedes start beating Norris and then Norris is forced to push at the start. Especially when Russell out-qualifies the McLarens, which I'm not sure if it will happen, but I just hope that Mercedes do become more competitive. Because if you don't know this, Mercedes, Toto Wolff is trying to get Verstappen to join them. Jos Verstappen has said publicly that he believes Mercedes is the best option for Verstappen, and it's all because of what happened between Christian Horner and those things that have been those exposure things that have happened, where people have been just let's just say Christian Horner has put himself in a very bad spotlight. And Jos Verstappen, and even Verstappen wasn't happy that once again Red Bull is put in a bad light, and this time it was because of Christian Horner's actions. And that is why Jos Verstappen is actually urging Verstappen to consider moving to Mercedes. And Toto Wolff is like, hey, come to our team. But the problem is Verstappen is like, hey, if you want me to join your team, make your car better, buddy. Exactly what Christian Horner told him all those years ago is fix your bloody car. That's what Christian Horner told Toto Wolff. He said it in a more colorful way, but I'm still getting the essence of what he told Toto. Both cars need to save tires. So Magnussen is being told by the team he needs to save tires. And Magnussen is using an expletive word to tell them no. Very interesting there. Very, very interesting. Fighting your team. So Leclerc is down in 19th position. He might be passing Albon very soon for 18th position. Can you imagine? How shocking is that? Leclerc down in 19th position is about to pass Albon for 18th position. I don't really know why we are watching Haas. This race is already so boring. We are focused on Haas for 14th and 15th position. So Hulkenberg, this is funny, bro. Absolutely funny. Charles Leclerc going off the track. Oh, Charles Leclerc going off the track. Oh, he passed. Alexander Albon passed. Alexander Albon passed the Ferrari. So why? How? There might be damage on Leclerc's car, to be honest. which we know that there were damage on Leclerc's car, but we're just confused as to, is it really that serious? I think it is that serious at this point. Because if Albon can pass that Ferrari, I'm sorry, there's a serious problem with that Ferrari. Ocon, I want Ocon to pass Perez, bro, because Perez does not deserve to be in that Red Bull, and he doesn't deserve that 7th place. That is my opinion. I might be very harsh. You might see that as very harsh, but that's just my opinion. Because I'm telling you, man, if Piastri can be pushed off the track by Perez, get back to his wheels, get his bearings straight on, you know, put his head in the right mind frame, right head space, and then, you know, Piastri goes and pushes and then catches up to Perez and passes Perez after what Perez did to Piastri, and then Perez can't even stay in DRS range and just capitalize the DRS, then I'm sorry, bro. It's just sad, man. It's sad. So Leclerc is on the radio. Box. So they're putting Leclerc again. Dude, you guys already put him. Dude, Ferrari's straight. Okay, but they might retire him. They put him on a medium tire, so it means the hard tires are very bad because he was on hard tires. So hard tires is a no-no on this track, it seems, for Ferrari at least. If you're driving a Ferrari, you do not want to put hard tires. So I really hope with that information, Ferrari won't be stupid enough to put hard tires on Carlos Sainz's car. I'm telling you now, if Ferrari put hard tires on Carlos Sainz's car, they are absolutely purposefully sabotaging Carlos Sainz, because they just saw they had to pit Leclerc again just so they can get those hard tires off of that car, because they realized how bad that car was. Dude, Logan Sargent is 21 seconds behind Albon. What is Logan Sargent doing, bro? So now Leclerc is going to pass Logan Sargent for sure. Logan Sargent will get passed by Leclerc. So who is that? Zhou Guanyu. So Zhou Guanyu just passed Magnussen. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. So it seems that Hülkenberg passed Zhou Guanyu, and now Magnussen is passing Zhou Guanyu. So that's what happened. Zhou Guanyu is in front, and now Hülkenberg is passing Zhou Guanyu, and then immediately Magnussen passes Zhou Guanyu. So let's just do a quick position check. First is Verstappen, of course. We're just quickly doing a replay. We see our Logan Sargent, but this is Logan Sargent, buddy. That is Logan Sargent. Why are we watching Logan Sargent being passed by Leclerc for 20th position? For 90th position, should I say. Okay, so first place. So they will not use the hard tire. What they just learned from Ferrari, they just said that we will not use the hard tire. Good. So McLaren just confirming what we already know, which is the hard tire is the worst tire to use. But remember, it's a Ferrari. It might not have the same effect on the McLaren. Who knows? Okay, so here we go. So quick position check. First, Verstappen, Norris second, third, Russell, fourth, Carlos Sainz, fifth, Lewis Hamilton sixth, Piastri. Piastri is catching up to Hamilton quite nicely at the moment. We have to wait and see. 7th, Perez. Ocon is an 8th. 9th, Gasly. 10th, Yuki Tsunoda. 11th, Stroll. 12th, Bottas. 13th, Hülkenberg. 14th, Magnussen. Zhou Guanyu 15. Ricciardo is 16. Alonso is in 17. 18 is Albon. And then 21 seconds behind Albon is Leclerc. 12th position is Logan Sargent, already 4 seconds behind Leclerc. Who is that? 30, that's Ocon. So Ocon is in the pits. Okay, so here we go. So it's almost 6 seconds. So Norris is now almost 6 seconds behind Verstappen. Now, I will say this. When Norris was 5 seconds behind Verstappen, then Norris decided he will not lose more than that. So it's either Verstappen slowing down or Norris speeding up to make sure that he holds that 5-second gap. I'm telling you now, if Lando Norris... Oh, what happened? Someone hit him from the back. Someone hit Zhou Guanyu from the back. So Fernando Alonso hit Zhou Guanyu pretty hard, man. Okay, so yeah, so what I was trying to say is very simple. Very simply, I want to say that if Lando Norris, after pitting, he's doing his first pit stop, if he catches up to Verstappen, then I'm sorry. He's a lost cause. He's a lost cause, because I'm telling you, there's something programmed inside Lando Norris's brain where he tells himself that he will not push, he will not use any equipment at his disposal, anything at his disposal in his car, to push at the beginning of the race. Everything at the beginning of the race, he just doesn't do or use everything as he could, as he should at the start, to stay or at least try and pass Verstappen at the start. And that to me shows one thing, that there is a problem with the way Lando Norris drives that car. Okay, so Perez just came into the pits. Everybody is pitting. Hamilton, Perez, what is that? Yuki Tsunoda is pitting as well. I believe the McLaren of Piastri also pitted. Am I wrong? No, he didn't. He's not in the pits. He's not in the pits. Piastri is not in the pits. So it's just Hamilton and Perez from the top 6 or top 7 drivers. Hamilton and Perez. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna find out what is going to happen. Will Lando Norris pit and then immediately start catching up to Verstappen? If so, that means he's a lost cause. If I'm gonna be honest, I do not think Lando Norris is gonna be, like, if he is fast, he's not gonna be that much faster as we saw him in the previous races. I think Verstappen's team have absolutely dialed in that Red Bull, and Verstappen is absolutely happy with that Red Bull, so much that he is absolutely going to dominate. So now we've got Piastri in 3rd place because Russell and Carlos Sainz is in the pit stop. So Russell, Carlos Sainz in the pit stop. We are trying to find out if Russell and Carlos Sainz is in the pit stop. Who's gonna come out first? Will it be Russell? Will it be Carlos Sainz? We'll have to find out. So I don't know, bro. Like, this race, if you just joined, this race is boring. I'm just gonna be completely honest here. If you're joining and you want to know who else, if someone other than Max Verstappen is gonna win the race, you are absolutely gonna be disappointed. Unfortunately, Max Verstappen is dominating this race, almost reminiscent of the start of the year. So Verstappen is doing this race exactly how we saw him at the start of the year, which is absolutely dominating everybody. Not even a joke. He's absolutely destroying everybody. And it's pretty sad, man. Pretty sad to see. So if you were expecting a very cool race, very very interesting, very entertaining, very hard fought race with lots of interesting sections and lots of action, unfortunately this is not it. Not it at all. So yeah, that's just the way it is, man. So Lando Norris is complaining that he couldn't turn right in the box. So it seems unsafe release for Lewis Hamilton. So unsafe release for Lewis Hamilton. That's what it seems. I could be wrong, but that's what we heard. That's what was said. McLaren, Piastri is now box. So Piastri boxing. He is in the lead so far, but remember he has to pit. And Verstappen is 1 second. Norris is 6.6 seconds behind Verstappen. Norris 6.6 seconds behind Verstappen. So Norris, we have to find out first and foremost, will Norris do that old trick where now he's all of a sudden faster? So Norris has pitted, but they're both on hard tires. Fastest lap from Norris. Exactly what we expected him to be fast after the pit stop. But he is not, he's not actually gaining on Verstappen. Yeah, I don't think Norris incident unsafe release. Oh, Verstappen is unsafe. So it's Verstappen, it's not Lewis. So it was Verstappen with an unsafe release. That is, yeah, give Verstappen a 5-second penalty. Give it to, dude, just make this race interesting. Just do anything. Just make it interesting, please. Lewis, so we have a 5-second penalty. Why does Lewis have a 5-second penalty? But you know what? I would like just... Okay, I'm being very selfish here, but just to make things interesting, I would give Verstappen a 5-second penalty. Just to make things interesting, give Verstappen a 5-second penalty there. So if Verstappen gets a 5-second penalty, then we might still have a race. Lando Norris is stuck in launch mode. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what. So launch mode, and that's basically launch mode is what you use in the pit. And that is what Norris is saying he's stuck on. He's stuck on that launch mode. Dude, if they give Verstappen that 5-second penalty, we might have a shot at making this race interesting. We maybe. So Lewis Hamilton is complaining as he always does on the radio, and Toto Wolff is on the radio telling Lewis, we have everything to play, focus on the race, we can actually do something, now focus on the race. That's basically what Toto Wolff is trying to tell Hamilton there. And now Perez is in 8th place. Is Perez getting passed by a Haas? Wait, whoa. Perez? Oh, Perez passed the Haas. Okay, sorry. Perez passed the Haas. He was in 8th place and then he passed the Haas. And now he's in 7th place. Okay, so he just passed the Haas. Piastri is in 6th place. He already pitted. Which means that Piastri's 6%. Whoa! We're just seeing what happened with Alonso and Zhou Guanyu. I think Alonso might get a penalty there, to be honest. To be completely honest with you. Dude, I will not lie. I'm having some technical issues here. But ultimately, what I can tell you now is that Verstappen is in the lead, Norris is 2nd, Russell is 3rd, 4th is Carlos Sainz, 5th is Hamilton, Piastri is in 6th, Perez 7th, Hülkenberg 8th, Magnussen 9th, Ricciardo 10th, Alonso 11th, Ocon 12th, 13 Gasly, 14 Albon, 15 Yuki Tsunoda, 16 Stroll, 17 Bottas, 18 is Zhou Guanyu, 19 is Leclerc. Leclerc is now finally caught up to 18th position, might actually be in a position to pass number 18th position, which again is very sad to see. Logan Sargent is almost half a lap behind Leclerc. Leclerc pitted twice. back-to-back pits at the start of the race in approximately 15 laps. You know, in like the first 15 laps, Charles Leclerc pitted twice and he's still ahead of Logan Sargent. That is how slow Logan Sargent is. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Now, for me, it's very strange. Verstappen and Norris are both on hard tires, even with Leclerc's Ferrari deciding not to stay on those hard tires. Guess what? Both Verstappen and Norris are on hard tires. So it means that those tires are not affecting the McLaren or the Red Bull the way that those hard tires are affecting that Ferrari. Yeah, so I don't know what to say, man. We have some serious issues here to try and figure out why are we having technical issues right now. This is not nice, boys and girls. Not nice at all. Not nice at all. Ultimately, what I can tell you now, what I can see for my own eyes, by myself, for myself, and using blatantly common sense, or should I say obvious common sense, I can tell you now Verstappen is going to win this race. He is the better car, the faster car. His setup is just better in every way that you can imagine. The only way, like, look here, I know it's very selfish of me to say that they need to give Verstappen that 5-second penalty, but that's the only way that we can have some form of racing, dude. The only way. That's Norris is already 7 seconds behind. Now that it's not that bad. Like, it could have been worse because remember he was about six and a half seconds behind. So now he's just 7 on the dot. Perez incident speeding. So Perez gets a warning. Sorry, he's being investigated for speeding in a pit lane. Perez gets investigated for speeding in a pit lane. Verstappen is still ahead. Doesn't seem like he's going to get a penalty. Stu, speeding in the pit lane under investigation. Okay, very happy that you guys are investigating that. You should have probably investigated before telling us that you're investigating it. Okay, if you guys are in the comments and you have something to say, all you can do, if you want to hear yourself in the comments, use TTS. So exclamation TTS and then your message. Then everybody can hear what you have to say. Make sure it's PG. Remember, PG. Make sure it's in line with what we're talking about. It has to be on topic. Formula 1, the race. Make sure it's on topic, please. If there's any issues, all you have to do is subscribe. Remember, subscribing on YouTube is absolutely free. So I do understand why people are hesitating to subscribe, but all you have to do is subscribe and you can message for free. It's all free. Messaging is free, TTS is free, subscribe on YouTube is free. So there's no need for you to feel uncomfortable because you can undo your subscription if it really bothers you that much. Oh, 7.5. Verstappen is pushing now. Verstappen is pushing. Verstappen is pushing. This race is GG, boys and girls. This race is GG. G, absolutely G. There is nothing. We've got this penalty for Perez. 5-second penalty for Perez. Dude, Perez is absolute disaster, bro. Speeding in pit lane for Perez. Remember, this is a penalty anybody can get. Speeding in the pit lane, and Perez has just gotten it. I haven't seen anybody get a penalty for speeding in the pit lane for a while now. So Perez getting that penalty is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it is shameful, bro. Perez is not just driving poorly, he's getting penalties for things that everybody else makes sure they do not get penalties for. What is happening with Perez? What is happening? This is the decline of Perez. We're witnessing 2024, we're witnessing the decline of what Perez is as a driver. Gasly trying to pass Ocon. Almost touches his front wing to the back of Ocon's rear wheel. rear left wheel. So that could have been bad. Luckily, nothing happened there. Dude, Perez is destroyed when it comes to fastest third sector for Piastri. So Piastri is pushing. Unfortunately, he's not in the position. He's 3 seconds. Remember, they had to pit. Fastest lap of the race is Norris. 7.8. But remember, he's not gaining. There's nothing there. He is not gaining on Verstappen. Even though he puts a fast lap, his consistent pace is not fast enough. So Norris showing he's got the pace, but he's not consistently got the pace. He's not consistently fast, not consistently putting fastest lap after fastest lap to gain on Verstappen, which means all of that is for nothing, Norris. I think that is his new nickname, For Nothing Norris. Norris is driving for nothing, slow at the start and then drive fast after the pit stops. That is For Nothing Norris. That is his strategy. For Nothing Norris hashtag. Let's get that hashtag going on Twitter. Yeah, I still call it Twitter. I don't call it X because X sounds like a very bad website. Sounds like one of those sites you shouldn't visit as a child. So what I'm trying to say is that I believe Lando Norris, For Nothing Norris, is unsafe release. No further actions. No further actions. Unsafe release for Verstappen. Dude, that's the only way that we could have made, but they should have done it sooner anyway. So even if they did it now, okay, actually, if they penalize him now, we would still have a more interesting race. Dude, the fact that they didn't penalize penalize Verstappen there just means that is the nail in the coffin for this race. The nail in the coffin. This race will go down as one of the boring races from the past month or so. Since Miami, we were spoiled. We had some very interesting races. Now, the races are absolutely horrible. Because today's race is the start of those races, those horrible races. Dude, the Alpines are racing each other hard. They're gonna push each other. Oh, there goes one off the track. Is that Gasly? Who is that? That is Gasly. Gasly is being pushed off the track by Ocon. And you know what? That is all fair. Alonso, wow. So Alonso is saying wow because Alonso is seeing everything unfolding in front of him with Ocon. Alonso is now going into the pits box. So it seems it's a German phrase that the Formula 1 has used to explain pitting, because pitting is very hard to understand because the P is not easily to hear on the radio, so they use box because box is easy to comprehend than using a P. And that's a German phrase that was used in the past, and Formula 1 has decided let's use that just so nobody gets confused as to what we mean when we're trying to say pit. So Alonso is very long in the pit lane, very long stop. But remember, he had to get a penalty, so he probably got a penalty, and they can't work on the car until... Is that a 10-second penalty? That's ridiculous. So now we've got the Alpine. We're just watching what happened because there's nothing else to watch. So we're watching the Alpines, which are not a very good team, to be honest. Oh! So Ocon defending from Alonso. Yeah, so Ocon was... Oh, I see Ocon was driving him off the track. Yeah, so, but you know what? I would say that's a fair position defend. Ocon was just in his position. He just held his position there. So I don't I do understand since Monaco, Ocon has been getting a lot of hate, but I think that's fair, man. Ocon just held his position. Why should he let his position go? I absolutely agree there. Yeah, you know what? This is a boring race, bro. Even so Norris is trying to stay. Norris is trying to stay 7 seconds. Remember, now he's 8 seconds. Norris is trying to get that gap down, but unfortunately Verstappen's overall, you know, because Verstappen is consistently putting in good laps, his pace is just better than Norris. Even though Norris has the fastest lap, he puts in the fastest lap of the race, he is unable to catch Verstappen. And you know what? That is what you get, Norris. That is what you get. You always wait until the pit stop before you actually do something. And that is not right, bro. Like, you can clearly see, once again, after his pit stop, you can see he's noticeably faster. He's noticeably pushing harder. And why is that? Why can he not push at the start to try and when it matters? When it matters for him to stay as close to Verstappen as possible, why didn't he push as hard as he could at the start? So basically, the commentators are saying that they don't understand why Leclerc is still all the way down. He's in 17th place. They don't understand why he's still on the track. They don't understand why Ferrari is not retiring his car, because it doesn't seem like Leclerc is even going to get close to the points. It makes sense. It makes sense because now Leclerc, but what I do agree with is that Ferrari should still use the car, get as much data as possible, because this track is an ultimately fast, high-speed track. So this track is where you get data on high-speed performance. High speed, you know, pure performance. This is the track to see how well your car is performing. Verstappen, I don't know what's happening, but the tires are really bad. So Verstappen is saying his tires all of a sudden are really bad. Now we've got, no, that's Stroll. So Stroll goes down the inside of Albon. Stroll passes a Williams, which I have to be honest, not really surprising. Nothing special to see here. So Verstappen says these tires are not that great. Hulkenberg 2.8 second pit stop. Is that Perez? Or is that Verstappen about to lap that Haas? Verstappen might be on his way to lap that Haas of Hulkenberg, I believe. No one is... Wait. I'm a little bit confused here. Oh. Pierre Gasly passes, but now Ocon is catching. So basically these two Alpines racing each other makes no sense to me. It's two teams, the same car, racing each other. There's no way. Turn 3 incident, Ocon and Alonso noted. There's no incident there. So lap 52, about maximum lap 52 is when we'll see Verstappen and Norris pitting. Dude, Norris is catching up to Verstappen a little bit. A little bit. Just like very, very, like this is not the type of catch up we saw in the past. This is not, it's definitely a catch. He's definitely catching up to Verstappen, but it's very slight. Very slow, should I say. I will not be surprised if Red Bull is orchestrating drama all on their own. They're orchestrating fake drama, pretending as if their car is slowing down because of the wheel feeling bad. Okay, yeah, so we're just watching a replay of Ocon and Gasly, which I have to be honest is very boring. Like, I'm very happy for Gasly. We do want to see him pass Ocon because Gasly is the one having the contract next year. But Ocon is not done, so it's just going to be two drivers in the same car pushing each other. Piastri is slowly but surely catching up to Hamilton. I have to be honest, I've said this before, and that's why I don't actually believe it. I don't really believe that... So Norris is now down to 7 seconds. So remember, it was 8 seconds. Now it's 7 seconds. Now it's 6.8 seconds. Dude, I'm telling you now, I get the feeling Red Bull is orchestrating. They are making up drama. They are pretending to be slow just for the sake of being slow. To make the race interesting. If Norris does not pass Verstappen, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I will definitely look very closely at Norris now because now he's 6.5, so he's 6.5. That lap, Norris took a massive chunk out of Verstappen. That lap, Norris took a massive chunk out of Verstappen. We have to wait and see. I don't believe it. I'm serious. Like, look here. So Norris is catching up to Verstappen, but because this is Red Bull and because yesterday we saw, because we saw how fast, yes, it was yesterday, the qualification was. The qualification was so good for Verstappen. He was almost half a second faster than anybody else. Almost half a second faster. Not quite, but almost. That is why I don't believe it. Oh, there's parts flying off of... There is car parts flying off of Ocon's car, bro. Okay, so we're trying to figure out... Oh, no, it's back. So, as soon as we thought that Norris was catching up to Verstappen, immediately as it goes back up to 7. So, either Norris made a mistake, or Verstappen has found pace. I'm telling you now, this is Red Bull conjuring up. They're staging drama. They're basically, this is staged. They have decided to act as if their tires are so bad they have to lose a lot of pace. Failing to follow race direction instruction, crossing the line at pit entry under investigation. Albon. So Albon might get a penalty for crossing the white line after exiting the pit lane. Nah, I don't think, like, Norris is now, like, Norris, you know what I think is going on? Norris is making mistakes. He's making mistakes, and that makes him unable to effectively quickly catch up to Verstappen. Because let's just pretend for a second we're absolutely, like, we have no common sense, and Red Bull really has pulled the wool over our eyes. And that we are really so incredibly naive that we believe all of a sudden Red Bull is so incredibly slow, right? For no real reason other than the tires. If that's the case, then we have to believe that Norris has a total problem with his... Like, Norris cannot have a consistently fast lap consecutively. So... Alex Albon gets a penalty for crossing the white line at the pit exit after exiting the pits. 5-second penalty for Albon, unfortunately. So Norris is not actually catching up to Verstappen anymore. And the reason why I think that is, the reason why I think Norris is not catching up to Verstappen, Yeah, it's also so there's two factors here. There's two factors. Red Bull wants us to believe it's his tires, but also he has to pass back markers. So Red Bull has to pass back markers. So Red Bull has to develop. Sorry, Red Bull has to pass back markers, and that is causing them to lose pace. However, Lando Norris also has to pass those back markers. So now Piastri is attacking Hamilton. Piastri is attacking Hamilton. Piastri will be attacking Hamilton. Goes into the pits. Is Lewis Hamilton? Is it Lewis Hamilton or is that Piastri? Can we? Okay, that is Russell. So Russell goes into the pits. Hamilton still has to contend with Piastri attacking him. Piastri will still be attacking Hamilton. Will Hamilton pit the exact next lap? You have to find out. So no further investigation for Ocon and Alonso. Yeah, of course not, because there wasn't much he could... Dude, Norris is just 6.5 seconds, bro. Verstappen is not losing any more time. Once again, I have to be very... Like, I'm just so confused as to why Red Bull are playing these manipulation games where they're pretending to be slow. Dude, Lance Stroll easily passed two cars all at once. So, George Russell was passed by Lance Stroll. And I believe that's after his pit stop. I think that's what ultimately happened there. No, that is not. That is Lance Stroll passing Yuki Tsunoda and Alonso. Why am I so off the track, bro? I just hear Russell in my ear and I say Russell, but I have to confirm it first. So Lance Stroll passed Alonso and Yuki Tsunoda. So Lance Stroll passed his teammate Alonso and Yuki Tsunoda all in one go. Verstappen just... I can't hold this much longer, mate, behind. So Piastri passes Hamilton. Piastri passes Hamilton. Piastri passes Hamilton. Hamilton is trying to basically just stay in the DRS of Piastri now. So Piastri is now in third place. Piastri in third place. Come on, Piastri. Push that car. Try and get podium at least for your team, man. Try. I know Russell still has the advantage ultimately. Russell will most likely end up third place. So he passed him at that sharp corner yesterday where Lando Norris did the pass on Verstappen. And that will be corner number 3. Yeah, so corner number 3 is where Piastri passed Lewis Hamilton. He made it look very easy. Norris is 7 seconds behind Verstappen. Norris is not gaining on Verstappen. I'm sorry to say, man. Norris is not gaining on Verstappen. And I don't know why Verstappen kept saying that, oh, I can't keep holding on to his tires. That is what we're calling theatrics. That is theatrical acting. Someone is acting. It's either Red Bull is telling Verstappen to pretend that his tires aren't fast enough, or Verstappen is doing it all by himself and acting like his tires, because I don't believe it. I don't believe it, bro. I'm gonna call it right now. I don't believe it. I don't believe that Verstappen has got any tire issues. I don't believe it. I'm sorry to say this. I just have to call it. So basically Verstappen is saying the problem is behind me. He keeps referring to that problem. The problem is behind me. The problem is behind me. So we can assume he means that Lando Norris is the problem and that Lando Norris is going to catch up to him. We can assume that's the case. But I don't know, man. I just don't believe it. I believe that they are acting. I believe Red Bull is acting and pretending as if their car is slow. Because this race, yesterday's qualifying and today's race, Red Bull is fast. So I don't know why we're acting as if Red Bull all of a sudden is not fast. Because they are holding their gap, dude. Lando Norris is not gaining on you, Verstappen. I don't understand why we're acting. I don't get it. Piastri needs to push as hard as he can because he needs to try and he needs to beat Russell. Piastri needs to beat Russell and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen, unfortunately. So Verstappen keeps complaining and saying his tires, he's using expletives. Verstappen goes into the pits. Verstappen goes into the pits. Verstappen goes into the pits. What is Norris gonna do? My problem is very simple. So Verstappen goes into the pits. Norris is staying out. Now, what is the strategy going to be? What is this? Oh, so Norris followed. Norris followed. Norris is following Verstappen, dude. Very slow stop from Verstappen. The 6.5 second pit stop from Verstappen. 6.5 second pit stop from Verstappen, dude. 6.5 second pit stop from Verstappen. That's a slow pit stop. Look here, this makes the race interesting, but remember, this is hope. We are hoping that Lando can stay with Verstappen. We are hoping. Come on, go Verstappen. Go. I mean, go Lando Norris. So, Lando Norris is now 2.9 seconds behind Verstappen. Dude, if Lando Norris wins this race, then I will take back anything I've ever said about Lando Norris not taking this race seriously, scared of Verstappen. Oh! Max locking up. Max locking up his brakes, locking up his tires. Remember, he's damaging his tires if he's doing that. This is interesting, bro. Lando Norris 1.7 seconds. Lando Norris 1.7 seconds behind Verstappen. Lando Norris 1.7 seconds behind Verstappen. They messed up the pit stop, bro. They couldn't remove the wheel fast enough. The left rear wheel didn't want to come off. Dude. So what will Lando Norris do? He has this, and here they're showing us where he locked up. Yeah, he managed that flat spot. He managed it, but it's still not good. He definitely got a flat spot, but he tried to manage that flat spot, which is what is interesting here. Dude, Lando Norris 1.1 second. Come on, get into DRS range. Lando Norris, get into DRS range. Lando Norris trying to get into DRS range. Lando Norris trying to push and get his car into DRS range. He's in DRS range. He's in DRS range. Is he getting the DRS? Is he getting DRS? No, he's not getting DRS. He's not getting DRS range. He's not in, but he is faster. He's got the faster lap. The fastest lap so far. Get DRS. Will he get DRS? Are you getting DRS? Yeah, he's getting DRS. He got DRS. He got the DRS. He got DRS. Drag reduction system. The gap is closing down. Norris is now chasing down Verstappen. Norris is chasing down Verstappen. Norris can still win this Grand Prix. Norris can still beat Verstappen. Norris can still beat Verstappen, dude. Oh boy, we have a race. We have a race, boys and girls. We have a race. DRS, DRS, DRS. Dude, Lando Norris is just following Verstappen, dude. He's just making sure that he stays as close to Verstappen to get that DRS, get the drag. He's following Verstappen. Come on, activate the DRS. Activate that DRS. And there we go. DRS activated. Now he's catching up to Verstappen significantly. He's right on top of Verstappen. Lando Norris is right on top of Verstappen, dude. DRS activated. Again, DRS is activated. DRS activated for Lando Norris. All he has to do is be paid. Whoa, he almost did what he did in the sprint yesterday. Lando Norris doing everything he can to attack Verstappen. This race, I did not expect this, dude. I did not expect this. No, he is allowed to do it, but he's not allowed to do it consecutively after each other. So Lando Norris complaining that he blocked him. Come on, Lando. Don't worry about that, bro. You have the car. You can do this. Oh, man, he's losing pace. Come on. Oh, now Verstappen is getting DRS in front of him. Why is Verstappen getting DRS in front of him? There's no one. Why is Verstappen getting DRS? We want to see Verstappen We want to see Verstappen push. We want to see Verstappen get pushed. Why is Verstappen allowed to get DRS? Oh man, he's getting DRS and now Norris is losing DRS. Lando Norris is losing DRS range. Oh man, no ways. No ways. Because there's back markers, Lando Norris lost his DRS range. Now he's gaining back. He's getting back into DRS range. Lando Norris getting back into DRS range. Lando Norris getting back into DRS range, pushing Verstappen. Lando Norris back into DRS. Come on, let's see if that DRS opens. Yes, it's open. It's open. He's got DRS. He's got DRS. You can do this. Verstappen on the radio. No grip. So Verstappen complaining, no grip. Come on, Norris, stay in there. You got the DRS. What is going on? Come on, Norris. Hold on to DRS. That's all he has to do now. Dude, I think Verstappen is. Dude, I'm telling you now, Red Bull are playing a game here, bro. I can't help it. Okay, now he's got DRS range. He's got DRS again. He got DRS again there. Got DRS again. Come on, Norris. Come on. Come on, Norris. Do this. Come on, Norris. You have got DRS. You have the advantage. You have the advantage. Do it. Norris has the advantage here. You have DRS. Do it. Oh, man. Verstappen's going to get DRS again. All these back markers are going to give Verstappen DRS again. Okay, DRS for Lando Norris. DRS for Lando Norris. DRS for Lando Norris. Dude, Lando Norris is faster because he's got DRS. He has the opportunity. Lando Norris has the opportunity. Okay. It's not a favorite move. It's a very cheap move. Lando Norris has to be very, it seems like Lando Norris does not want to do the same move he did yesterday in sprint. In the sprint race, he did that one move on the inside. It doesn't seem he wants to do that move again because Verstappen already shut it down once. Okay, Lando Norris is now, it looks like Lando Norris is trying to just stay behind Verstappen, maintain that closeness. How many laps do we have remaining? We have about 13 laps remaining. Approximately 13 laps remaining. So Lando Norris has got time, dude. He has got laps, but he has to also... Track limits for Lando Norris, bro. Oh my goodness. That is not good. If Lando Norris gets more track limits, then that's GG, bro. Yep, Lando Norris is doing track limits. You have DRS, bro. Oh, plus he went off the track. Lando Norris went off the track. He went off the track. He did the same move yesterday. And Verstappen is like, nobody. Verstappen passed him easily. Verstappen passed him easily. Dude, this is 1000%. I'm telling you now. That Red Bull is just faster, bro. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, yeah, so that move he tried to make was probably the worst move he could make. Possibly the worst move he could make. Lando Norris is still behind Verstappen, but remember, he's got a track limits warning. Track limits warning for Lando. Dude, Lando Norris is just not. He's just not that guy, bro. Lando Norris is just not that guy. Like, he's doing the most stupidest moves, bro. Do it like read Verstappen's. See where Verstappen is good, where Verstappen is bad. Stay behind Verstappen. Find out where he's slower than you, and as soon as you find out where he's slower, then you try and figure out how you can get past him there. That's how you do it, Lando Norris. You stay behind Verstappen. He didn't force you to. Oh, now he's lying. No, Norris is lying. Norris is lying. Oh, man. Track limits has been noted for Lando Norris. Race control. This could be GG. This could be GG for Lando Norris. Lando Norris is staying with Verstappen. Lando Norris is staying with Verstappen. He's staying with him. He is right there with Verstappen. Dude, Lando Norris is staying with Verstappen. Yeah, try and that's exactly what it comes down to. Try and pass me if you can, Lando. Verstappen is telling Lando, can you pass me? Come, try it. Can you pass me legitimately, Lando Norris? And this is where Lando Norris needs to figure out what he wants to do with his career. Is he that guy or not that guy? I just don't understand him, man. Oh, dude, Verstappen looks like his car has not got the grip, man. When I look at the McLaren, it seems like the McLaren just has a little bit more of a stability, maybe, because the red. Oh my, like Lando Norris is on top of Verstappen. Lando Norris is right on top of Verstappen, dude. Lando Norris, like, I don't understand. What does Lando Norris think is going to happen here? You've got the DRS, buddy. You've got the DRS. You have to think about where you're going to pass him. 62 of 71. Dude, his laps are getting less and less. He has less opportunity. Less opportunity for Lando Norris, dude. Less opportunities for Lando Norris. The opportunities are slipping away slowly but surely. Plus, we don't know if he's got a penalty for track limits. We don't know if Norris, but remember, Norris is the only guy that can beat Verstappen today. Track limits or not, he's the only guy. He's the only. Oh, I think that's track limits. I think he's got track limits there again. I think he's gonna get a penalty. There is no way. He's doing the same move again. Verstappen goes off the track. And now Verstappen goes wide, goes off the track because of what? Yeah, so this time Lando Norris didn't go off the track because he missed his braking. This time Verstappen went off the track. Lando Norris, focus on the race. Why is he using that same corner? There has to be more corners that he can try and pass Verstappen at. There has to be more. Don't focus on one corner only. Find another way. There's always a way. If you're the driver, you can do this. You see, Verstappen exactly explained. He said, he's just dive bombing me. That's not how you overtake. And that's it. That like, you know, I have to agree with Verstappen. That's the truth. The truth is just dive bombing on the inside won't give you any. He's got a puncture. Verstappen's got a puncture. Verstappen has got a puncture, bro. And now Verstappen is blocking. Verstappen is blocking. Verstappen is blocking Norris. Verstappen's got a puncture because Lando Norris hit the left rear tire. Verstappen's left rear tire got punctured by Lando Norris. Verstappen's left rear tire got punctured by Lando Norris. Oh man, Verstappen can't. Dude, everybody's gonna hate Lando Norris, dude. Everybody's gonna hate Lando Norris. Everybody's gonna hate Lando Norris after this race. Oh man. And that is all Lando Norris. Lando Norris destroyed Verstappen's race. How did Russell get first place and why is Lando Norris in fifth place? Oh my, put soft tires on, put soft tires on Verstappen now, put soft tires on. Soft tires. If they put soft tires on Verstappen, it's GG, bro. Soft tires, Verstappen is gonna beat everybody. How did Lando Norris's right? How did Lando Norris's right rear tire get damaged? How did Lando Norris's right rear tire get damaged? How did Lando Norris's right rear tire get damaged? Dude, if Verstappen did the same thing to Lando Norris, what Lando Norris did to Verstappen with the rear tire, then that's crazy. That is it. Lando Norris is not that guy. He is not that guy, dude. It just shows you Lando Norris is not that guy. He just destroyed his you destroy the guy you're racing's tire and then you destroy your own car. So Verstappen is now in fifth place. Verstappen is in fifth place. Dude, Lando Norris absolutely destroying his own career, bro. But yeah, Max did go wide, but the thing is, where does he want to go? Where is Lando Norris going there? Even if Lando Norris was next side by side, he was basically dive bombing on that side. That is dive bombing there. Dude, his wheel is badly damaged. Oh, that McLaren is getting destroyed there, bro. I don't understand. How did the McLaren wheel get off? How did the McLaren's wheel get off? Dude, this race has turned into something insane. Absolutely insane race because Lando Norris keeps dive bombing. He dive bombed on the outside for no reason, no advantage. He dive bombed Verstappen on the outside this time. Caused them both to touch each other because he's dive bombing on the outside for no reason. That's the problem. He dive bombed that area where he was not supposed to dive bomb. Okay, Lando Norris is 1000% guilty there. Lando Norris dive bomb on the outside when Verstappen was busy taking that corner, and guess what? Destroyed his own race. Dude, Lando Norris is not that guy, bro. Like, I have now seen more than enough to know that Lando Norris is not that dude. Verstappen's got a penalty. 10-second penalty for what? That is impossible. He didn't cause the collision when the guy is dive bombing it. Dude, 10 seconds. Dude, that is nonsense, bro. Oh my goodness. So Verstappen's race is destroyed. Oh man, Verstappen's race is a total disaster because look here. I wanted Lando Norris to do something, but I didn't know he was so incompetent, bro. I wanted to see Lando Norris, pass Verstappen. He couldn't. He had to keep dive bombing in a corner he couldn't even hope to pass Verstappen at. And the only reason why that damage happened was because again he dive bombed Verstappen and he dived him on the outside for no reason. There was no advantage to dive bomb Verstappen on the outside and then touching Verstappen's car. He is the reason why his car is damaged. He is the reason why Verstappen's car is damaged. I'm sorry to say this, but Lando Norris is no business, dude. Lando Norris is not good, bro. Dude, this is sad, bro. Yeah, so Verstappen will stay in 5th place, it seems. Verstappen will stay in 5th place. Dude, imagine he still gets onto the podium. He only has 2 laps left. Verstappen only has 2 laps left. Yeah, but that is not, dude. Lando not. How can you not penalize Lando? Lando Norris is the aggressor. Lando Norris caused the puncture. How can the stewards penalize Verstappen? Dude, that makes no sense to me, dude. Dude, I wanted Lando to pass first. I wanted Lando to pass Verstappen. He could not. He wasn't that guy. He kept dive bombing. He kept pushing. He kept doing the same move over and over, dive bombing. Because he couldn't pass Verstappen. He couldn't pass him, dude. I'm sorry to say this. Anybody watching this know that Lando Norris is an absolute melon, bro. I will use the exact way that the British speak against the British driver. Absolute melon. Like, you're an absolute melon, Lando, because you can't do, you couldn't pass him. You proved. Now today, for the first time, I've learned something about Lando Norris. He is not that guy, bro. He is not that guy. He is not that guy, man. So Verstappen is 6 seconds behind Hamilton. He's gaining. He's gaining on Hamilton, but it's just 1 lap. This is the final lap. So Russell is gifted a race win. Russell is gifted a race win. Russell is gifted a race win, and it is sad, man. Russell is gifted a race win. He doesn't actually deserve that win. He deserves to be on the podium. I will agree with that. He deserves to be third place at least. But win on this race, Russell did not win this race. He was gifted a win because of what Lando Norris did to Verstappen. Now you have to understand this. Now Verstappen is going to drive very differently because now he realizes that if Lando Norris gets close to him, Verstappen's race is in a much worse position. Russell wins, Piastri second, Carlos Sainz third, Hamilton fourth, Verstappen fifth. And then, so Verstappen 5th, Perez 6th, 7th Hulkenberg, 8th Magnussen, 9th Ricciardo, 10th Gasly, 11th Leclerc, 12th Ocon, 13th Stroll, 14th Albon, 15th Yuki Tsunoda, 16th Bottas, Zhou New 17th, Alonso 18th, Logan Sargent 19th, Lando Norris is retired. Dude, this is the worst race that I could have imagined. The worst race. Like, yeah, okay, sure. It is. It's a very interesting ending. It's a very interesting result. But Lando Norris just had to wait. Oh, he took away the championship point from Verstappen. Lando Norris took away the fastest lap from Verstappen. So Alonso took away the fastest lap championship point from Verstappen. Dude, Verstappen took the fastest lap of the race, and then Alonso came and took the championship point away from the fastest lap. Now, of course, Alonso didn't get the championship point, but he did take away the championship point from Verstappen. So Verstappen will not get that fastest lap championship point. Dude, Russell given that race win, that is bad, bro. This is bad for business. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is not fair racing. This is not fair racing when I'm sorry to say, but Lando Norris is why would you give Verstappen the 10-second penalty? And why didn't they give Lando Norris the track limit penalty? If the stewards did their job and gave Lando the penalty, none of this would have happened. Okay, this is really bad, dude. The more I think about this race, Lando Norris absolutely destroyed all credibility. Lando Norris is not that guy, bro. I'm sorry. And you know what was the worst thing? We are going to see more of this. Because Lando Norris is given a fast car, and guess what? He's just going to do the same thing. Dive bomb into the person he's racing in front of him, dive bomb into his opponents, dive bomb, do whatever he can to pass, but not actually pass because dive bomb doesn't work. I'm sorry to say, this is bad, bro. This is bad, bro. Lando Norris destroying his own credibility, bro. Okay, that 10-second penalty on Verstappen is absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Dude, I want to see what Verstappen says to Lando Norris. That's what I want to see. You can pull up that meme from long ago when Michael Schumacher was on his way to David Coulthard's garage. That was in Canada, I believe. So pull up that meme from Michael Schumacher taking off his helmet, rushing to the McLaren garage of David Coulthard, and that's exactly what Verstappen is going to do to Lando Norris right now. Watch that clip, actually. Watch that clip, watch that video of Michael Schumacher. Watch that clip of Michael Schumacher getting ready, taking off his helmet with great urgency, rushing towards the McLaren garage of David Coulthard. That's exactly what... Okay, right. They're showing Verstappen. He seems very relaxed. They're showing Verstappen on screen very relaxed. But I'm gonna tell you now. But dude, that is not right, bro. That is... Lando Norris is guilty there. Dude, that is... First of all, Lando Norris should have gotten a penalty for track limits. Twice. He should have got 2 track limit warnings. And they never once gave him a track limit warning. They never once gave Lando Norris a track limit warning. And guess what? I just spoke of him, and David Coulthard is interviewing George Russell. Okay, he's interviewing Carlos Sainz first. So interviewing Carlos Sainz, then Piastri, then... So, okay. Yeah, sure this race is interesting. Sure it's interesting. But ultimately, it's interesting for all the wrong reasons. Dude, Lando Norris is such a joke of a driver, bro. All that Lando had to do was just push Verstappen, make a mistake, and as soon as Verstappen made a mistake, pass him. That's all that Lando had to do, was just push Verstappen as much as he can and wait for Verstappen to make a mistake and capitalize where Verstappen isn't fast enough. He didn't have to dive bomb at the same bloody corner all the time. He didn't have to do it. Lando Norris is not that guy. He does not have the skill. He does not have the skill necessary. I retract everything I said in the past. I said that Lando Norris was the guy to do it even before McLaren became the faster car. Or should I say the challenger to Red Bull. Even before, at the start of this year, I said that Lando Norris should be the driver all the British people should be supporting, not Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's time has come and gone. Lando Norris's time is now. I said this. I said that they should stick with Lando Norris because of the skill. But today I've seen no skill, man. Lando Norris does not have the skill. And you know what? I am shocked. I wanted Lando to pass Verstappen, but I didn't expect him to use the same stupid maneuver, dive bombing at the same bloody corner, the same corner he damaged Verstappen's car and basically his own car in the process. Like, it's this absolute nightmare. Lando Norris is the reason why he's ultimately in this position. His car is retired because of his incompetence as a driver. His driving is not that great, bro. He's younger than Verstappen. He's been in Formula 1 so long now. Lando Norris has got no excuse. He needs to get back on his simulators and actually learn what it is to drive, because it seems like he is not driving properly, bro. Lando Norris is not that guy. I thought he was going to be that guy, but he is not that guy. I wanted to see him pass Verstappen. I wanted to see him pass Verstappen. And all he showed me was dive bomb and crashing and damaging Verstappen and his own car. That is ridiculous. Hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. Look here. I think this is going to be a learning situation. Verstappen is now going to, every time he sees Lando Norris, he is going to behave very differently towards Lando Norris. And we will see it in the next coming races. It might be much worse than what Lando Norris would have. I would not be surprised if Verstappen will qualify. So, like Verstappen will purposefully allow Lando Norris to pass him just so he can pressure him off the track. I would not be surprised if that is some of the tactics that Verstappen will start to use against Lando Norris. That the tactics that he should have been using against Verstappen, now Verstappen is going to teach him how to be an actual driver. Hopefully you did enjoy this live stream. Look, almost 85 to close to 90% of the race boring. Almost 80 to 90% of this race was absolute boring. And all of a sudden at the end of the race, the Red Bull started having some tire management issues, and then they had that very, very bad stop. And ultimately, who can really be blamed? Red Bull pit garage. Because if they didn't mess up Verstappen's pit stop that badly, then Verstappen would have easily still had so much laps in hand that Lando Norris wouldn't have been, being that close that quickly. So hopefully you did enjoy. You know what? I just have to say this once again. If you are joining me, yes, I do have TTS. If you want to speak, you just have to subscribe. Remember, subscribe is free. You can use !TTS and then your message, and it will. I will hear it, and the stream will hear it. Hope you did enjoy this live stream. See you in the next. I'm gonna listen to what's being said, but ultimately, Lando Norris is a disaster, bro. The fact that they penalized Verstappen 10 seconds is ridiculous. They didn't even penalize Lando Norris for track limits. Lando Norris should have been penalized for track limits 5 laps ago, and they didn't even do that. Ridiculous, bro. That is, I'm trying to put everything together, and that's what I've realized. They're showing us a replay of what happened to Verstappen and Lando Norris. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Okay, yeah, so Verstappen is just saying that, like, his team was just telling Verstappen after the race, Verstappen was being informed about his 10-second penalty. Verstappen was said, yeah, well, of course, that's what they would do. And then the team just told them, we don't think that Lando Norris behaved properly, which I have to agree, that's true. Like, I wanted Lando to pass Verstappen. I wanted Lando Norris to pass him. I wanted Lando Norris to be the guy to show that Verstappen isn't unbeatable. And he couldn't do it. Lando Norris is overrated. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it because what I saw today. Driver of the day, Lando Norris. Lando Norris, driver of the day. Dude, driver of the day is a joke. It's a joke. You can't keep giving Lando Norris driver of the day if he does these things. You can't dive bomb and then be told, oh, I'm driver of the day. You can't, bro. He couldn't pass Verstappen fair and square. He couldn't do it. Hopefully you did enjoy. Do leave a like. Like, I can't help it, man. It's sad. Everybody is watching. I'm just watching what they're watching. So it's Piastri, Russell, and Carlos Sainz watching on the screen what happened. You're blocking our view, Russell. Yeah, all that Lando could do was dive bomb the same corner over and over. Dive bomb the same corner. And that corner he dive bombed, but he dive bombed it on the outside and he damaged both cars, and that's just it.